Hello, everyone. Do we have, can people hear me? Am I live? Oh, I see some hype in chat. Let's freaking go. Can you guys hear me? Hey, yeah, excellent. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Before You Run. And today we are going to get, this is a follow-up to last week where we had Autumn and Poulet Sans Tête actually fight it off in medieval alien game. This time they are actually going to play something a little bit different called OkunoKA Madness. And the game is a very, let's call it hardcore platformer. If you've played any Super Meat Boy or something like that, this is exactly the vibe we are going for. They have very interesting mechanics, but we're going to get deeper into that as we play. But yeah, we're going to get to see them race again. Very important. This is a Before You Run show. So obviously the way we do things here is that both runners are completely blind. They never played OkunoKA Madness. And so they're going to have to learn as they go. And we're going to see a lot of suffering, but that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I'm joined today by Shawnee7188. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a lot of fun prepping for this.
Yeah, exactly. So do we go through this really quickly? Actually, while practicing just to learn the game a little bit, Shawnee is now third on the leaderboard. So congratulations for that.
Yeah. Looks like Autumn's not skipping the opening. Oh, Autumn has never loaded the cutscene before. So that's what gets skipped initially if you've done the first level. So
she'll be fine. She'll catch up. So obviously, they're gonna go and you can run super fast holding one of the buttons on the controller. So you're gonna just get to explore the mechanics. The first level, I actually don't think you can even die. It's very simple. It's get used to how the game works.
Yes, and the second level that Autumn just did, that is where the jumps are a lot harder than it appears.
Yes.
It is very much like Super Meat Boy, where you're kind of committed to your jump. You can't really turn around very easily.
Yeah.
And making that one jump, it teaches you that you have to be at the very edge while jumping. And they both did that well. So, yeah, this game's been fun. I don't know. Poulet really wants the little purple thing down there. I don't know what they're called, unfortunately. But I was playing through the game. Ooh, Poulet.
So when I say blind, I mean blind. As in the purple thing you might want to get because you don't know if that's like a key or something. They don't even know that. So these are collectibles and they are absolutely non-mandatory, so they can absolutely skip those. They are going to be in hard-to-reach places most of the time. They can just ignore those as they go. If they are going to try to collect them is something we're going to see throughout the run, but I think they're just going to ignore it, and that's the right choice. And they are exactly on to the next level at the same time. That's very good. Like I said, Autumn catched up pretty good. And now they can die.
Yeah, and the thing is, the collectibles do unlock other characters, and I'll answer Link Force in the chat in a second here. But basically, yeah. You see that we have the little blue guy. I think his name is like Ka, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And
he is the default character. And the more... Oh, what if Poulet's going to go for the gate? No? Okay. I'll explain that in a second. There's a lot of stuff to explain at the start.
Yeah. Goes by fast.
Yeah. And basically, you unlock different characters. I don't know when I was playing, because I never did switch off. I'm pretty sure characters actually are different. In the slight regard. One of the one I unlocked, the first one unlocked, has a more floatier feel, like Luigi to Mario feel.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly just cut you off here. We have a new mechanics on Autumn's side of the screen. With the R1, L1 button, you can turn those fog platforms into ice platforms. So sometimes you'll want to turn them off so you can pass through. Sometimes you're gonna want to turn them on so you can use them as platform. This is gonna be very key to the game, so we're gonna see a lot of that.
Yeah, you also see Poulet try to do the quick jump through, or try to do the long jump, and he just it falls right into the little blades. But to answer Link Force, it's not so much skipping the first level. It is Autumn has never loaded up the game before.
Because we make them do a controller check, so I assume Autumn, she just went on and tested the controllers on the startup screen and said, okay, that's fine, it works.
Yeah.
Whereas I assume Poulet tried to,
the first level or something.
Yeah, probably. And so once you've seen this, the cutscene once, it skips it the next time you try to.
Yes, I have not been able to initiate those cutscenes going back into it, because when I did my, we'll call it a speedrun, it really isn't. But I beat the game for the first time, and then later that same day I went back and then I completed the entire game in one go. So it was a bit weird.
Autumn is absolutely crushing it. Can we talk about that? She's flying. She's schmoving.
Yeah, and she's catching on really quick. This game is all kind of a global timer. There's a couple exceptions to that, like especially around the bosses, because sometimes their animations carry throughout deaths. Oh, you don't want that. That's not good. That's a waste of time.
No. Yeah, these are extra stages that they are going to be able to use to collect more of the purple stuff. Like I said, it's very fun if you're trying to get new characters and stuff like that. But yeah, this is.
You also have 3 lives.
Yeah. Also, this is a cute reference to Mario Brothers 1. Obviously, the stage where the versus stage, and yeah, she doesn't know that it's not necessarily something you're looking for, but yeah, she's gonna get through that one really quickly. But some of them are actually quite a pain to get through.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy when she realizes this is a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
But, swag points. She's technically still ahead of Poulet. So.
Yes. Poulet's catching up pretty good.
Yeah. And then that's the third life. They're back to the world map she goes. And that's the end boss, technically. I did not realize that.
Ooh. So yeah, this is absolutely this show is absolutely about celebrating like starting a new speed game, trying to get the ins and outs of how it works. So like I like seeing people make those kinds of, not necessarily call them mistakes, but just trying to get and learn how the game works and how to play it. And we always see speedrun as a final product, which I absolutely adore, don't get me wrong. But I like to see like people stumble a little bit and try to learn it. And like we look at runners and we're like, oh, I could never do that even if I tried. And that's so not true. If you actually start practicing, you're going to get much better. And no, speedrunners, even though they become very, very good at a game, they don't play it just once and become gods right away. It's a lot of practice. And I like how Before You Run showcases that.
And that's what I wanted to do by doing my speedrun before this, is I wanted to basically get into, like, I obviously got to play a little bit more than them before starting, but
yeah.
Like, it took me 15 minutes to beat the end boss alone because it's frustrating. This game can get very difficult. This is, like, obviously the early world. You got one little physics of the ice thing, which you change back and forth,
yeah, it's actually not easy at all.
Really
like twice while making sure you don't forget about the Saw Blade guys. Yeah, it's gonna stump them a little bit, but I think it's so fun to see though. But I mean, it was not fun when I was doing it, but it's very fun watching them die too.
Yes. There's actually a way you can actually cheese this level. Okay, where Poulet is. There's that entire safe ledge on the right there.
Yeah.
To get to the third tier, you can jump there and just kind of wall jump up and avoid everything.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little precise, but it absolutely works. I tried cheesing a few of those stages, and it was fun.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Autumn's through.
Yep, absolutely. And you see, so that might be a little bit of a spoiler, but the mechanic with the ice walls you see in the top left corner, you can turn them on and off. We're going to get a second element after the first level, so it's going to be fire. Same mechanics, you turn platforms on and off. But then ice and fire cannot be turned on at the same time. One is on, one is off, and you're going to have to juggle that while doing some pretty precise platforming. So it's going to be complicated to, it seems easy, well, it's really not. It's making sure you remember which button to press and when, and then it becomes like something. This game is pretty darn good at explaining, like, not explaining, but letting you explore and understand the mechanics of it. And then you can already see like, oh, it's going to become hard, isn't it? And yeah, it does. But you'll at least understand the tools you have before it gets hard. So that's good.
Yeah, and also Autumn is really clicking to like when I was playing through this game, there's clearly a dev intended way, and there's clearly, once you know the mechanics way, kind of like how Celeste goes and other, you know. There you go. Autumn trying to do that, trying to skip the entire jump.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of cases where you absolutely can. And the one thing I found out is if you quickly change the elements, you can force the game, like later, there's some other mechanics. You can force the game to basically trigger the mechanics early while you stay safe, and then delay everything to help you.
Yes.
That clearly wasn't intended, because there's other like levels which you can just breeze right through if you do that. Other times, nope.
So yeah, we are on a stage like Shani said, they have 3 lives when they are in the dark world, like portal thingy. When they are in normal stages, they obviously can restart as much as they want, so there's no like fear of like getting a game over or something like that. But the more we're gonna get into the meat of the game, and don't forget, guys, we're only in World 1. We're gonna see a lot of that, and that's gonna be very interesting. Ooh, boss number 1. But yeah, we're gonna see a lot of resets. They're gonna die a lot. They're gonna learn, and this is exactly what we want to showcase: is people getting to understand what's going on. And the boss doesn't explain itself, so
nope. You actually, like, all the boss mechanics. It's a trial and error thing.
Yes.
And we see Autumn. There we go.
There we go.
Nope, you don't jump on it.
I did the same thing the first time.
I did as well. I thought you exposed the belly and then you leave it. All the bosses will damage themselves in some way.
Yes. You cannot damage. Yep.
Yeah. So me and Sad now Autumn, and I assume Pule will do the exact same thing, because we can see the boss
jump
on the belly.
And Pule is there. He's gonna try and learn the mechanics. Nope. You don't follow.
No, you don't follow. You just dodge the poop on the ground.
Oh yeah. And the poops get actually kind of complex to dodge on the last run.
Yeah, especially you have to make sure you take away the last second, because if it sees a spike, it's gonna stop.
And every cycle it gets faster, so at the end it actually goes by pretty fast. Yeah. There we go. He doesn't jump fully, so
Autumn
that's good.
just shy.
Oh, damn it. It's becoming harder.
There we go.
Last second. There we go. Right. So Bird second cycle is going to get a little bit more complex.
Yep.
But it's still quite feasible.
Shout out to Feasel and Speed Gaming.
And then we're gonna get, like, the third cycle is the one that stumped me for a while, like the bird poop thingy.
Yeah.
That was a little bit more than I thought I could, you know. But I ended up doing it, but I was like, oh my god, that's not easy at all. Like the one.
Yeah, you can see here, there's very little room for error, but you have to remember the ground is safe when it pops.
Yes, so you can step on it.
Yeah, and that's the secret on that one, because I was initially treating it like Bowser's Flames from Super Mario World, like, don't touch the ground where it is. Mm-hmm. And then eventually I'm like, you know, whatever, I'll just test it. And I'm like, oh, it's safe. I'm like, oh, that makes things so much easier.
So we
way easier.
About timers, even though this is not the longest game ever, this is the type of game you want to not just play, but obviously master. So we are running for an hour and a half. We'll see if one of them actually clears the game. I would be kind of surprised. This is a very harsh game. There's only 4 people to get through, but obviously they get so much harder and harder that even though they will clear, I assume at the 15-minute mark, they're going to clear the first stage. So it's not going to be 4 times 15 minutes. Like the extra stages at the end is going to be a little bit more complex. Let's just call it that.
If they did that time, they would beat my PB.
Yeah, exactly.
I had an hour and 8, so if they managed to do that on their first go, completely first playthrough kind of thing, I'd be quite saddened. And it looks like
super speed. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that from the first to the second cycle, it got much faster. So you have to assume it's going to be pretty darn fast on the third one. And yeah, sadly, Pule is a little bit surprised at how fast the guy goes. And that boss is so weird. It's like a pig and a bird taped together with duct tape?
It's called Pink Pepper, so like the first world's called Fairy Bugs, and the boss is Pink Pepper. So Question mark?
Question mark. Yeah, I like marks. But I like how it attacks. Like the combination of both is very interesting. It's just so weird. And you know, like the eyeballs of the big thingy, it's the like the
feet of the
that are holding the eyeballs. That's particular.
Back on phase 3 on each one.
No.
Nope, never mind.
Yep. Yeah. It looks like pretty much when I was trying to do it, honestly. So they're doing pretty darn well, even though, you know, you gotta just learn while doing it.
The third poop phase.
Yeah.
Things I don't normally say in my life. Honestly, like, there you go. Pule figured it out. It's the center.
Yep.
It never touches the center there.
Yep.
And there's always going to be like, it's like Mega Man or any other game, there's always going to be like some sort of boss pattern that you recognize. And we'll see here if Autumn's going kind of the full screen back and forth. But if you pay attention, it's easy to look back. You can see that, there you go, Pule's also figured out the center again.
Yeah, and it won't get beaten by Speed Boy.
Don't touch it, don't touch it, it's not dead. Yeah, there we go, now you can go.
No.
About 15 minutes, you're about right, yeah.
Yep, was pretty good. And
unfortunately, the bosses take a long time to fight.
Yes, actually, the refights are a little bit on the longer side. But yeah, he's going to the second stage now. Like I said, there's going to be a new mechanic involved. There's going to be a new mechanic involved in every stage change. I'll leave the other ones to surprise at the end. Like, I'll keep them spoiler free. But I think it's very important to understand like the interaction between the two elements, ice and fire. So, like I said, I wanted to speak about them a little bit earlier. I think it's like right off the bat.
It's not right off the bat. You get the fire one.
Yeah.
Or the first level completion, you get fire.
Probably that makes sense. And then they're gonna have to cycle through the two elements. But like I said, you cannot have them both on or both off. It's one or the other. So it's the same button that changes both. So that's gonna be a little bit more complex. But I mean, they're gonna have time to get accustomed to it. Oh no.
Also, Pule is being confused by the hand which is pointing forward. It looks like the thumb's pointing up. So he was trying to go up the wall of the side there. The first thing I did as well, like, oh, up? Okay, sure, why not? And here's the fire boost.
And the firepower, there we go.
He immediately didn't use it. There we go. Now we have to alternate back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. So you cannot stay on the first platform and turn the other one.
I hate this jump. There we go.
Yep.
You caught me off so many times.
Yeah, he's gonna get accustomed with the firepower, but yeah, that's definitely where the game picks up and be like, okay, now you got a chance to, you know, have your fun. That's cute. Now we play for real.
Yeah, and I think Autumn is slowly cluing in right now to the center being safer for these phases.
Oh yeah.
And Speedy.
Oh, Speedy boy.
There we go. Autumn, don't touch it, Autumn. Don't touch it. There we go.
Let's go, Autumn.
There we go. Honestly, the first boss to me was actually the hardest, minus obviously the end boss.
Yeah, for sure. The last boss is very harsh.
Yeah. This is.
Like trying to make the cycle and he gets it, but you know, spikes.
Yeah, the devs clearly knew where people would try to cheese it. You'll see his vine sticking out just perfectly, just to screw with you. And
oh.
Yeah, there you go. And everything is timed perfectly, so if you hold right, you're gonna die. Like,
all right.
Oh, there you go.
Wait for the cycle. Seems good. There we go. You can use the ice wall there to just. Yep, there we go. Oh, and the spikes. Yep. Enemies are always placed in like a dodgeable but obnoxious position. I like it so much. I like it when I'm looking at people play.
Yes. And this is obviously the PC version for both of them.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But the game is on like pretty much everything. You can find that on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. So yeah, absolutely. You can play that in whatever console you have. So yeah, try it. I mean,
honestly, try it. It's a lot of fun. It's very frustrating, but it's fun.
But you know, that's the type of game you just, you know, learn to master. So that's definitely like not a question of we kind of put them in a very awkward situation where they actually need to speed it from the get-go. But I mean, you can take your time. No reason to necessarily.
Oh yeah,
on it on the first go.
They had to play it quickly. You don't.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the type of game that like presents itself very well for speedrunning. You know, obviously they add some speedrunning in mind when they made the game as well. You can see that in time attacks and stuff like that. And obviously that's the type of game that's just speedrunnable, obviously. And I like seeing them trying to go fast and learn as they go. You gotta just like juggle. Oh, I need to go fast, but I don't know what's coming up. So like a mixture of like going fast and trying to still be, you know, not necessarily consistent, but you know, safe in a sense. But that's just not easy to do. And I'm very impressed with both runners right now.
Yeah, the game is actually very generous for those little hands pointing out. If you jump where those hands are, you're always safe.
Yes.
That's actually the one nice thing that I noticed. Because like you can see where Poulet is, you'll jump on the hand and basically jump over there, and then jump into a thing. Okay, that's a bad example. Poulet, please.
Such a nice jump though, but sadly, yeah.
It's just jump, and then there you go.
Yeah.
But likewise, you can see this little pit here. If you jump on the right-hand side where the hand is, you'll make it to the left-hand side. But if you try to jump from the very top, you might overshoot it.
Yeah. So you see some of the very like minute death, especially with the spikes on the top right. So what's happening there is like the game is not under ice physics or anything, but it is very how can I say that? Like it's very responsive. You click the button, you're gonna start dashing right away. So the smaller movements sometimes are a little bit harder to do. Like Shawnee said in the beginning, you gotta commit. Like once you move, you're gonna get in that direction pretty darn fast. So
yeah.
When we introduced the game a little bit to talk about what we're gonna play this week, I called it a mixture of like Sonic and Super Meat Boy, and I think that's a pretty darn good description of what's going on screen. Like you go from 0 to 100 pretty darn fast. So yeah, it's always gonna be a little bit harder to just stop on small platforms.
Yeah, you can see on the Autumn's screen just where she died there, and there you go. There's the jump I was talking about with Poulet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, jumps across the entire gap. Not what I'd do, but
hey, that works.
Okay. No, overshot it, Autumn.
They're learning.
Oh no, the thing is, like, the one thing which is a big problem with platforms or the speed games in general, if you find out something works, you're gonna do that, even if it's wrong.
Yes.
And I can definitely vouch. It's like I found a way how to cheese like half of a level before. And Autumn knows to jump across the entire gap, while Poulet knows to jump into there and jump around.
Yes.
And that's the difference. Is Autumn went, wow, this works. I'm gonna do it this way now. It's extremely dangerous to do, but it worked once.
It worked.
And likewise, if you wait a little bit, you can get by that first buzzsaw completely safely. But they're both running right at it. Like, and then Autumn's gonna do the jump.
There we go.
But also, Autumn found out you can just hold left on that entire wall.
Oh yeah.
And there we go.
There we go. Autumn takes the lead again. It's
this
nice
level.
to see, yeah, it's nice to see that they're actually changes the leads back and forth, and they seems to be stumped by the sim level, so that's really nice. But yeah, Autumn is gonna have a blast playing that thing.
This actually was the level I cheesed, first one. You don't actually need to be jumping on the red things at all.
Yeah, you go from the walls?
Yep, there's actually no reason to alternate back and forth or anything. Like what Autumn's doing, I never did. I just if you dodge the guys crawling on the left wall, you can get up to the entire top platform without any repercussions or problems.
Oh yeah, except the spikies on both sides, but I assume that's not too bad, yeah.
But yeah, like, you don't even need to use the mechanic at all this level. Yeah, this is.
Oh my god, let's go.
Yeah. Have you been here before, Sand Knight? Or
nope. That's the last stage I didn't do. So that was the first. I finished the one before that. Oh my god, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's very annoying to keep track of where the spikes are, where those are, and then you have to remember your platform doesn't exist every time you click the button.
Yeah, exactly. That's the crazy thing because it might seem like, oh, well, they misinput something, but it plays on your brain on a level that's really hard to explain. Trying to keep track of all the buzzsaws and the cycle, like what's gonna happen if you press the R button. That's actually a lot of things that's gonna happen at once, and at some point your brain just goes into, I don't want to do this anymore, and you just forget one thing: one of the bosses, the fact that you're gonna fall off the ground. So it's much harder than it seems, is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, Autumn clears the stage pretty darn well. We're moving on.
Oh, this is the new mechanic is whoop,
Yep. Whee!
and then you hit the second one, and then now you don't want them.
Yep. This time you just don't want to see them anymore.
Yeah. You want to jump through that as fast as possible, and then I can guarantee you the last bit of the tail end there is going to kill Autumn and Poulet a lot. Because your momentum as you're running down is going to carry.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, it's not. It's the next level. Okay, there's only one. There's one that has 4 of them.
Ooh.
Yeah. And here's the mechanic again.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
I'm just foregoing this theme and just going. You can make the center jump. I've done that numerous times. So.
It's not going to be an easy jump, but yeah, you can absolutely make it. It's just like you gotta... Like, the controls are so nervous, is what I'm going for. But
there we go.
It's what makes it fun, yeah. Right.
And up.
And there we go. Oh, no.
There we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, and there's Poulet experimenting now with this wind physics.
Yes.
And he's gonna look at it. There you go. He understood why the top part's there. And it squished him. Okay. Okay, here you go. The one with the Pokemon hat. Because the far left wall has vines on it.
Yes, and it's just a little bit too, yeah.
Yeah, so you want to run, but your momentum carries there, and you might die. And wow, okay, Autumn did that in 2. It took me about 20. That's actually the one I died most on in this world.
Okay. Oh,
you have to time the thing, so there we go.
Yeah, you stay.
Autumn immediately clicked on that. That's great.
Look at Autumn go.
Yeah.
So you don't need to press any direction here. You just need to press
you just have to make sure you time it.
Yep.
There you go.
Freaking go.
Actually, if you try to actually do the direction, if you try to do the direction, you'll actually end up killing yourself most likely.
Yeah, she's catching up on those mechanics pretty darn fast. I mean, faster than I probably would.
Poulet is actually now, I think, 3 or 4 levels behind Autumn.
Absolutely.
Although Poulet figured out that little top part. I never did that. I just Poulet.
So close though.
Nope. That's the thing that Autumn as well. There's one little steam thing that can hit you where it's not supposed to.
Mm-hmm. So you just gotta go fast and fast.
Yeah. You don't want the steam to hit you on any of these levels.
Yeah.
Steam, exhaust, I don't know what the faces. Don't ask me how we speedran this game yesterday, so.
Oh, she was so close though. Okay, will Poulet actually go by the center? I assume so.
It's the safer one to do, but theoretically you can go the other way.
Yeah, for sure. Like in a casual playthrough, you'd probably want to get that teleporter in the left side. But...
There we go.
Oh, okay. He's catching up. That's good.
One more level between them? Yeah.
Yep. No, 2.
Poulet. The wall was not there, Poulet.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. It's so crazy that the game, like, as you'll forget, like, you know what you want to do, but then you're just not going to do it.
Actually, what Poulet is doing is how I beat this level. I didn't actually use the face of the right at all. I actually made the jump. So you sit there.
I was going to ask, like, is that feasible? Oh, wow, just so.
Yeah. But the problem is this is good as... Yeah, there's that left wall.
Oh, yeah, that left wall is such a pain.
Autumn has it paused.
Everything fine?
I'm checking messages to see if anything pops up, but I assume something just came up or something.
Yeah, probably. Sometime real life catches up.
Oh, nope. The bottom one, there's a bottom little spike there that will get you.
Yeah, but I think now he has like a knowledge about everything that can happen, so it's just gonna be execution now. And I think he's fine. Yup, there we go. Let's go, Poulet.
Hang on, let's see if everything's okay.
Yep. It'll take time for Poulet to catch up.
Yeah, so, you can actually see Poulet. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
He's back. Let's go. So yeah, Poulet trying to understand that. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, she catched on pretty quickly on that one because I think I would have pretty much tried to do what Poulet did the first time. But at the end of the day, you see, just catches on. Oh, okay. I just need to do the R presses.
Yeah, this level here, no mechanics. Just dodge with lasers. Congratulations. There's now lasers when you change things.
Oh yeah, and now if you change things, you get a laser in the back. That's not good.
Yeah. So you want to make sure you don't do that, but you want to time it not that quickly. There you go. And then you have to change it to the blue, and you change it to the red, and then.
Okay, that's good. And then you don't change it before you're on it. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, and then you do it quickly. Wow. And you change it again. Damn it! All right, that's good. That's a good stage.
That was a good level. This one's funny because it's change it, and then change it again. And I'm curious if Autumn's going to do the exact same thing I did, because she seems to have
the press it 3 times in a row.
Nope. I jumped through the center there. I didn't do the rest of the level.
Oh. Yeah, for sure. So, why do it?
Yeah. So I've never even seen the top right of this level before when I was playing. I just timed it, I just jumped, and it's like, I got an S rank here, it's like 5.6 seconds or something. Alright, cool.
Nice. Oh, that jump, yep.
Yeah, I think it'd just be easier just to do the center.
Yeah. I mean, it's right there. It's just not an easy jump at all.
So you gotta jump left and right, left and right.
Poulet actually is catching up. He's gonna be on the same stage right now, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Oh no,
one level behind still.
Yeah.
Yep. There's Poulet experimenting with the laser.
Oh wow. Yep, and Autumn as well. She was pretty darn close to clearing it like blindly. That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's not an easy stage, obviously. Poulet either. That's not an easy stage at all. Like the fact that you're gonna like kill yourself with the lasers.
Yeah, you have to make sure you see what's coming up next.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's that blue part there that you have to do.
Yeah, but you couldn't know. That's the rough part.
There is one achievement. It's not locked, so I can at least talk about it. Is dying 30 times in a single stage. That's the intention.
I think they're fine. I think they're gonna get this one.
Yeah. So if you see it pop in the corner, they die a lot. All of a sudden, one pops up. Then one of Poulet will go for the center jump.
Oh, I think he is.
I think he's timing it. Nope. Okay.
No. All right. Conservative play. I like it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can't jump up on the right where Autumn is. Yeah, you have to go around the left. And this will actually be related to the boss level coming up in the next level. So.
He gets a
although I don't know what the second boss does. I've never actually seen him attack. So I'm actually quite curious if I get to see something I haven't seen yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. You'll see it when it comes up. And if you just do a quick... It's not like the bird where you have to have it get hit.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Right, Poulet's dodging the lasers.
Or pass a third of the time as well. We're at 32-minute mark, so...
Yep, absolutely. And they're still on level on stage 2. But they're getting pretty close to the boss now, though.
I think Autumn is one level away, I think.
Yeah.
Hate that laser.
So you're gonna, like, yeah.
Nope.
Wow, that's a scary one.
You want to jump and hit the laser at a delay. If you do it at the same time, you just get shot in the face.
Absolutely. And this is the type of game where I can't wait to get to do, because we're going to do an interview at the end of that. And I can't wait to talk with the runners and hear them be like, you know, why have you made me do this? And stuff like that.
Sounds a lot like Azure Dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no! Well, back down to the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
Die, but...
And Poulet did survive. He gets to the next stage.
Yeah. Poulet trying to see if there's some mechanic. Yeah, you have to wait for that slow guy to come back down. Auto. Nope.
Oh yeah, there was no way she could get past.
No, yeah, you have to jump around him. He just takes up the entire hallway. I've tried to get around him a lot.
Yeah.
Not possible.
And that stage is all about like verticality, and it's definitely like a harsh one. Especially like the small laser part is like you get to learn it. That's fine. But the guy in the corridor, it seems like a pain.
Yeah, like it's a timing thing. Like you have to wait for him.
Yeah.
Just wait and wait, and there we go. And now you can say, "Oh, jump too far."
It was just tiny bits, but you know.
Yeah, but Autumn is breezing through this. As I said, she's jumped into spikes. She is jumping through this level actually really easily. Like,
yeah.
Like once you learn what, like I said before, like you learn something that works. Wow, and then you do it. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on, and you know, take a running jump, do that. Yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
No!
She knew she was on the right cycle, so just, you know, continue. No reason to stop.
Yeah. The other thing as well is my small complaint with this game is the jump. Well, okay, my controller is broken, so take that with a big grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I have an issue of wall jumping when I was doing my run because the D-pad has a drift. Go figure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on that wall, you have to jump on the right-hand side, then the left. She's staying only on the left, which is making her always hit that spike.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, my control isn't good at doing that. And if you ever end up watching my speedrun on that one, you'll realize, oh, dude, that's a bad.
I gotta agree, Riven. The way they place spikes is so, like, it's always in an obnoxious place, but it's always, like, feasible, but not by much. So I really like how they've made it, like, they could have placed, like, just a small spike at a corner. But no, like, the way they place vines and everything, it feels very natural, but at the same time, it's such a pain. Oh, no!
Yep. You gotta make sure that jump's accurate there.
Yeah, exactly. That one, you need speed as well, because the platform is actually pretty darn far, and yeah, she tried to do everything in one motion, but that was going to be hard, of course. But I like that they're being, like, obviously they take their time a little bit, but I like that they're at least trying some, like, weird strat, like, not necessarily unintended, but what we were talking about there. Very good jump there.
Nope. And Poulet actually is on the same level and died the exact same way.
Damn it, let's go. Oh, no. Laser to the face.
That number one chart topper.
All right, there, let's go. Oh, actually, Poulet's getting through that level so quickly. He was behind me.
Yeah, you have to do a weird curve. There we go.
There we freaking go, Poulet.
Poulet taking it back.
Taking the lead again. This is
yeah. Look where the laser placement is and realize your height is just slightly under. And you can see there's a safe space going up there, and you stand there, and then nope, you could have stayed. You don't have to jump.
Yeah.
The laser stays on longer than your jump.
Oh, okay.
And Autumn getting through the tower as well. I think this is the last level before the boss.
That makes sense. So they're neck and neck again. It's crazy because, you know, two like well-rehearsed and well-practiced runners, you'd assume that they would have very similar difficulties with like the hard stage or whatever, but it's a fine race, so they never have played the game, either of them. And how are you neck to neck 37 minutes in a race of a game you've never played? That just goes to show how Poulet Santet and Autumn are such great racers. I like having them on the show, and yeah, they're both doing great. And obviously the fact that, I don't know, they're making it so much more interesting by the fact that like 38 minutes in, they're on the same stage. That's crazy.
Yep. And Poulet's gonna just Yep, he's taking his time, and then you just grab it. There you go.
There we go.
So in the top right-hand corner, oh sorry, this one's as well. In the top right-hand corner, when they finish the stage, it'll show how many deaths they have. And if you skip it fast enough, you're not going to see it.
Let's go.
I only died 5 times there.
Kool-Aid did so great though to jump right to the highest bar instead of going through the fire one. Way on the other side, waiting for another cycle. That's fine. Jump here. Oh, that's right.
But the thing is, this is the problem. Like I said, is Kool-Aid now knows jumping to the ice spike works.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna do that dangerously each time, even though you have to wait for the same cycle.
Exactly. Oh yeah, let's go. And now he doesn't know what's gonna happen. Oh, okay, you gotta time the wind.
Oh, there we go. Autumn has figured out you can look around the map.
Yeah, there's actually a tutorial for that earlier on, but I assumed it just skipped it.
I actually did not know about that, so that's news to me.
That's the right stick, I think. You can just move around and look at the map.
Yeah, Autumn's gonna try and jump beneath the laser thing on the left side of the wall, I think.
Ooh. Kool-Aid's breezing through, getting to another whole nother stage. Yep. Okay, this one you gotta go fast. That's kind of scary. Oh, yep.
You want to see on the left-hand side wall, I think, there too.
Right.
Yeah, now, see, Autumn's doing the smart thing, is looking where the safe spots are.
Yes.
Because, like, you can't really see that on the very side when you're jumping down, obviously, because there's not enough time.
Exactly, yeah.
So Autumn now knows, yeah, you do that. It lasts longer than your jump. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
So, she's going to have to find a different solution getting through that.
And you know that's a choice. Like, you know they made it so the laser lasts just a little bit longer than your
Yeah, there's some quick lasers. There's, nope, Kool-Aid. Yeah, I was going to say it.
So, he was debating. You can see him debate.
Yeah.
Am I just skipping that part or am I... And the indecisiveness got him at the end of the day, but... Oh no, again! He was just like, am I gonna make it? Nope.
The thing is, where the right-hand side of the center cube is actually safe if you were to jump on that. You can do small hops like you do going up here.
Yeah.
So that's the way I did that. But again, everyone's gonna look at every level differently and wonder what's going on.
Yeah, and I like that there's at least a few like answers to every stages. If you're clever about it, there's definitely ways to go at it. But when you're trying to go for speed, clever is not always necessarily an ally. So.
Well, I did. I looked at the world record time. I didn't actually look at any speedrun strats or anything like that. The world record's 18 something. I think it's sub 19 minutes.
Wow.
So if you want to put it in perspective on how fast some of these levels can go, will I know? Yeah, so it's going to be, like, there'll already be 2 world record runs by the time this has already been going. So, like, I'm very curious actually what the actual speedrun strats are. So close. Autumn seems to have it in her head right now that jumping to the right of that platform is necessary, even though the left is exactly the same. So much lasers, yes. Much laser.
Yeah, it's a laser stage, but we're going to get introduced to some new mechanics starting on the next world, and that's going to be... Oh, no, that's... Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, we're going to get some more crazy actions. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, lasers in stage 2. And the fire platform introduction, that's kind of a scare. Oh, no! No!
He got scared about the bottom, so he stayed too high up. Nope, Kool-Aid.
Skipping cycles? Oh, he did skip one cycle, though.
No! If only Autumn stood.
Yeah, but you get antsy. I mean, I get it.
Well, the problem is the longer you're on one stage, the longer it's gonna last, or you think your opponent has already passed you and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably like one stage ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
For a while.
That's so crazy because at that point you just feel like, oh, okay, they're breezing through and I'm not. But obviously it's not like, and they do get stumped by most of the same stages. But it's nice to see that sometimes one runner actually just crushes a stage and the other one gets stuck in there for a while, but then it switches and they're still neck and neck. But the tower thingy that Autumn was stuck on for quite a while, Pule actually breezed through.
Yeah.
And yet, they're still so close.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, he almost died there.
Yeah, because of the wind box.
Yeah.
Right, going on with a good old laser in the middle. Autumn is just waiting on a cycle.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So Pule trying to climb up here. He's just exploring the stage. That's definitely what you want to do the first time you get into another stage. You're gonna die, that's fine, but at least get information. Like, knowledge is the way to go.
Yeah. It's got a message from Autumn saying that pause was just a breather. So that makes sense.
That's super fine.
Yeah.
Trying to stay on top.
Well, that and also just trying to take a break. Like, it's like you shouldn't always think you can beat a game in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I did mine as of yesterday.
Welcome, Lilith. And yeah, absolutely. I think this game should get more recognition in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
It'll definitely be a fun one. And we're trying to help here by, showcasing the game. But what's different here, Leo, is that these guys don't actually run the game. This is a blind race, so both Autumn and Pule Santet have never played the game before, so they're learning as they go. This is the Before You Run show. This is a show I started a few months back, and this is what we do. We do choose games and then choose runners that have never played the game and make them fight it off or verse in a race setting.
Here is Full Metal Jack. I don't know what this boss does. Because it's climbing a tower. Mm-hmm. So I did this without dying a couple times, but I died either to spikes or whatever. So I actually don't know what he does.
Well, it catches you and kills you, right?
I don't know. I never got caught.
Hey, he just got
No, that was Pule falling down the hole.
Oh, was it now? All right.
Yeah. So I actually don't know what this boss actually does, other than block the screen, I guess.
Well, that works as well. Yeah, it just kills you. All right, it's a pit.
Giordano, welcome. Hi, I'm Shoddy. I just submitted my run. Thanks for verifying it.
Hey, yes, Leo. Come back anytime you feel like it.
Yeah.
I agree, Giordano. It's definitely a fun speedrun game, and so if you just came in, the way it works here is that we do a blind speedrun, so we don't actually, like both runners, Autumn and Pule, have never played the game before, so they're learning as they go. This is exactly what the Before You Run showcase is, and this is crazy because they're actually doing pretty darn well considering
there we go.
Know the game. Yes.
Oh, Autumn. Okay, Autumn knows how to get past this other part there. Oh, so yeah, Giordano is a second place runner.
Ooh.
They also verified my run yesterday. Again, thank you for that. This is the whole reason I got a submission out of the blue. But yeah,
we were practicing for this showcase today, and you ended up deciding to submit. Why not?
Yeah. So again, I don't exactly. That's cheesy.
That was not gonna work, but it was gonna die anyway, so why not try it?
Yeah. But yeah, this is I beat the game and speedrun on the same day, and honestly, if they were to sit down and play this game casually, they'll realize how much there actually is to this game as well. This is again only the second out of the fourth world for the story mode. Yeah, I feel like he's hitting his margin on that jump.
If you're trying to go for all the purple thingy as well, like it adds a layers of complexity. The dark worlds also can be some kind of a pain as well. But obviously these guys don't go for that. They realize pretty early on that it's not required, so now they can just move on. Actually, you know what? I like if I was to run this blind, wouldn't you be stressed that by not picking them up later on you'd be like left out of something?
No, Autumn.
Yeah, she doesn't need to jump here.
No, you just stand there between the lasers and you'll be fine. It's the same height there.
Yeah. Oh, I think Poulet thinks that the drills kill you, but they actually seems not to.
No, they don't.
Yeah, it's the mouth in the middle that kills you. So he was waiting on the drill to drop down, but actually you can get past through.
There we go, Autumn.
Let's go. Yeah, that level took her a little bit of a while, but it's not an easy one. Yeah, exactly. I think it would have been worse if I wasn't going to do it. And yeah, that's more of her style. This platform switching, she got really quickly into it. So you see, not even a problem. Obviously, the little bit of a vine here was more like it, but she's fine.
So that's what bugs me. Just the grass at the corner, but there's a vine right after it.
Yeah,
I don't like that. That bugs me.
Yeah, you can stand there, but you know what? Not an easy one.
Poulet just giving up there.
And that's going to give Autumn a good chance to actually try and catch up, so that's good. Obviously, that time Poulet is gathering knowledge about the boss that she will have, but at least I think she can do it.
Poulet just got the achievement for 30 deaths in the same level. I saw it in the corner. just find it out there. It's a separate achievement. Also, Autumn breezing through the last level there, and I was already into the next level. So.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. She's catching up pretty darn well. She's gonna explore that stage and understand what it's all about, or trying to skip cycles. But I think she's gonna be pretty fine on that one. That's not the hardest. The one she was on before was a little bit much harder.
Yeah, and there's the runners' names. We'll follow them.
Oh, absolutely.
What they're doing is not normal. We tend to do that a lot when me and Senai are involved, but no one just picks up and just does a first playthrough, blind playthrough, whatever we would call it, of a speed run, and just assuming you can do it in an hour and a half.
Yeah, this is so impressive, and I'm still amazed that when I ask people, do you want to race a game in front of people of a game you've actually never played? There's people that actually are so excited that joins in every time, and Poulet and Autumn are not in the first rodeo, so they definitely want to join almost every race if they can, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed at their courage. It takes like a lot of confidence to just come in and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go and speed run a game I know nothing about in front of people. Let's do that. It seems fun.
Yeah.
And it is, but yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, see, Autumn is getting knocked off by the wind, pushing her slightly too far to the right and getting hit by the laser. You have to be close to the top there to dodge that, as far as I know. Yeah.
One of the things that I realized is that Poulet is pretty good at... Oh, actually, she's not bad at all as well. I think I saw Autumn struggle a little bit more with like wall jumping on the same wall, and she was going a little bit too far, like away from the wall. But I mean, she absolutely can do it. She just did it to dodge a laser. But you see, again, she was going a little bit too far.
No, that's the wind from the stone. It has a weird hitbox to it. It's pushing her slightly up.
I see now.
Yeah, you have to get closer to the top of the wall. When I was playing through this level, like, near that safe area, but you don't want to be... Yeah, there you go. There's the wind slightly.
I see now. Okay. So that's not her. That's definitely the wind box. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Poulet, for educating me what this boss does, because I actually never got caught by it. Which is the kind of funny thing. Is like, of all things for me to do well, apparently it's the vertical tower. I should actually learn the speedrun. Again, mine was just like no strats. I beat the game. Let's go.
If you talk about submitting to try and do blind speedrun, Judeno, I'd be really happy to have you. If this is not what you're talking about, that's fine as well. But if you are interested, I'm always looking for more guinea pigs. I'm sorry, I want to. So yeah, absolutely. Feel free to just send me a DM. I'm send night air everywhere, so I can, or I can send you some.
Fun fact: there are no checkpoints in this game.
Nope. Stages are checkpoints, I assume.
Sorry, which?
Stages are checkpoints.
Yes, that's basically the only checkpoints, really. So no matter how much you accomplish, you're gonna have to die and go back to the beginning.
And you will die.
Yeah.
So like I said, they did clear the first stage in 15 minutes. We're closing on to the hour mark, and they have not cleared second stage yet. So, yeah, it's gonna get harder and harder. And the fourth world is such a pain. I'm not even sure we're gonna get to see that.
No, that one, casually, that one cost me a lot of time. So, okay, so Poulet, you have to do the alternating jumps.
Oh no!
Yep, back down to the beginning.
Oh yeah. But that's a fun boss. Like, it's just a timer pretty much. So I like the idea. It's not gonna like attack you. You just need to run. It's platforming all over again, but well made and with a lot of pressure, and I like that. I'm taking our time. Oh,
yeah, they get hit by a spike.
Oh yeah. Like I said, interesting spike placement. It's always just that little bit over the edge, and yep, you'll be so focused on everything else.
Yeah, like you. So the one thing which I find really funny is like there's a thing devs use, especially in platformers and stuff, and it's called a heat map. And that heat map, by bullet, shows where a lot of players will be. So you can see that this is the path that they keep taking repeatedly. Put a spike there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I was talking about before. Is I found casually how to cheese the third boss of the game, and I showed Sand Knight before we streamed.
Yes.
And yeah, so Poulet, you're not dead. You're just on the side. There we go. And I found out, like, okay, they didn't use I don't know if they did use a heat map, but like the enemy's blades don't go there, so therefore you just kind of sit in the corner and wait your turn.
Absolutely.
That's the only boss I found out how to cheese. After that, I couldn't find any secrets or anything.
Oh, okay. She did it. She actually got past through the windbox thing. And now she is in uncharted territory. Obviously, these kinds of stages you're gonna get to. It's really hard to know what to do before scoring it at least once. So
yeah.
But she got much farther than she used to, so that's pretty darn nice.
Oh, the worm eating the tower. That makes much more sense. Like it's eating the tower going upwards.
Aha.
Oh, I did this in 2 tries. So like I've never actually seen this. Or died on a spike. Oh, that's so much better. Okay.
This is interesting. Alright, let's go. Poulet running up. That first 2 parts he gets pretty easy. That's the part that's oh yeah, there we go. Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead.
He's not dead either. Oh, now he is.
He's very dead. Alright, dashing around.
Oh, wow, that's a nice save there, Poulet.
Yeah, absolutely. That was clutch, but that works. Once you realize you can go through the boss, that's gonna help a lot. Oh no! He can do it again!
Nope.
Oh, he can't. Second time, every time, right?
Yeah, this is not an easy game to pick up and play, let alone, hey, get as far as you can, an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, and
people that you know will judge you as well and commentate on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you're Poulet right now, you gotta feel you're behind, even though he is in front. If you die so many times in a row to a boss, and you don't know how your opponent's faring, because this is like, yeah, you can't watch the other runner either.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And yeah, Poulet's just changed those walls so much. He started to change walls when that's not necessary, and you see that it's playing on his mind a little bit, and that's repeating the same thing over and over again is going to do that to you before you actually develop muscle memory. It's actually going to be anti-muscle memory is when you're trying to when you start doing things for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the thing is the boss is hiding the level. Like Poulet has died to that little spike in the hallway. I don't know how many times.
Yes,
but it's because of that. Like it's that problematic. And I can honestly see Autumn, like when she gets here, just paying attention to the spike and go, okay, yeah, just jump over it. Like, yeah, Poulet is clearly all about the visual, what's in front of you.
Yeah, she took a very different approach, which I appreciate as well. She's definitely more like analyzing what's happening and everything. And obviously, they both get stumped to different type of like challenges, which is interesting. But I like how she takes
Cheeser, I see what you're doing. he's concentrating on what path needs to happen next. I see. There's this, then there's that, and then you mess it up, and you go back down to the bottom. There we go.
So, take a breather to just like, yeah, and that works. I mean, well, it didn't work.
Time is running, so it's not like you have an advantage for time. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But if it does help you gather your thoughts, like,
yeah,
there's no rules against it here. Like, just get as far as you can.
I can't wait to do an interview. It's gonna be so. I mean, they gotta stay PG-13, but I mean,
well, he can swear in French.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll understand if nothing else. Oh no!
Autumn's still having a problem with that little wind corner.
Yeah, the wind corner is definitely like the piece that seems to be harsh on her. And the worst part is the level is still long after that, so every time she gets to the second part, she got a lot of new things to learn, and to gather that knowledge, she needs to get past that specific point every time, and that stumps her so hard. But still, really impressive with how they're doing. This is not an easy game. This is not an easy format. And there we go. She just skipped the whole thing. And if she can keep beating that, then she doesn't need to deal with the wind box anymore.
Oh, Pule. Okay, so Pule just... Oh, she got it!
Let's go, Autumn.
Yeah, there we go. This is going to be so much easier now.
Yeah, obviously. That was just something she had a problem with. And she didn't write, like, she just skipped the whole thing. Like, that was enough for her. Let's go, move on.
Yeah. Autumn's just paying attention, seeing what's like or what.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. She definitely analyzes what's happening on screen, trying to devise a strategy, whereas Pule is just dashing. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, that's also how he plays Zero Dreams too. Is he just kind of runs forward. So, but I was gonna say where Pule died initially at the top of the tower, you actually don't need to change the colors. You can go from blue to blue to blue to blue there.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what I did. I couldn't keep changing it, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just do the jumps, and it's easier.
Yeah, it's longer jump, but it'll work.
But the thing is, when you're in the moment, you're looking at it going, okay, blue, then red, the blue, then and again, what he's just doing there. Jumping on the outside, died to the spike again.
Absolutely.
But it's one of those things, like, you are taught the rules of the game. It does not mean you have to do them each time, but what works will be stuck in your head, like, oh, this worked once, therefore it should work again.
Yeah.
And that's where you get stuck in a loop, like, well, why didn't it work this time? And I think that's what happened with Autumn. Yeah, that little corner. And there we go, good job.
Absolutely. This level had nothing
on. Autumn is on the same level.
Is she now? Oh,
yes, yeah. We're on Full Metal Jack on both levels.
Oh. So, again, she is not necessarily in front. He's got knowledge she doesn't have, but same level, an hour in, and yeah, she's just learning the ins and outs of this boss. But that's crazy. They're just catching up to each other every time and exchanging the lead, or at least keeping up to the same stage, and that's really impressive. Let's go, Autumn. Show him how it's done.
Yeah, she jumped through the red wall there.
Oh yeah.
This is some weird. I don't know if there's like an actual effect to it. If you actually close the wall on yourself, you get a small speed boost.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know if that's using the speeder at all or anything, but it's one of those things that I didn't know how to use properly, but it's possible.
Like, it ejects you with some force into the direction away from the wall, yeah. But I mean, in an hour and a half run, I don't think that's the type of thing you want to optimize.
No.
Probably going to focus on just playing the game.
I just caught her.
Yeah. She's going to have to learn, like, Pule has got, like, almost 10 minutes of knowledge on this stage that she doesn't have. So obviously that's going to be, and he doesn't go, yep. Pule is definitely rock. No! Oh, that's so close. That one's gonna hurt. You know it's gonna hurt. Oh. no.
And I think as far as Pooh is concerned, it's like Autumn could be like, 2 whole worlds ahead. Like, I don't know what's going on. But
How would he
it's the
know?
other way around. And they got caught up at the same level again. And that's the beauty of this kind of format is you see Poulet going up the color, not changing it, and then...
Yeah, absolutely.
Goodbye.
He's devised a pretty good strategy now for the whole stage. So he's got everything, like, he knows everything he's got to know. Now it's just executing it. So that's good. He devised strategies, plans going forward, but that's still not easy to do, obviously. So he's going to have to master that. But you know that Autumn is still on the devising a strategy part of the speedrun. And you could call that routing, obviously, in a sense. And again, I know I babble a little bit about that, but I really like seeing that in action. I really enjoy watching runners see how their hamsters is working in their head and just running around. This is something I really like to see, and that's definitely being showcased here in that specific boss fight. Let's go, guys. Show me what your hamster can do.
Yeah, we see... There you go. Autumn's now on this screen number 3 as well. No! And right into the spike.
yeah, so close though.
Yeah, you do that a couple times, and so Poulet's back at this first screen again there. So.
Right, running around. Yeah, she gets the hang of this pretty darn well.
Oh,
and
kept getting caught on that the small cliff.
Yeah. It's just so much execution of almost perfect jumps so many times in a row while not forgetting what's coming up next and what like controls like combination of controls you're gonna have to do in the next part. You always gonna have to be thinking about the next moving section that's coming up while executing the one you're actually doing at the moment. That's the part that gets really complex, because even simple things like pressing R1 to change something into a platform will get complicated to move you moving forward.
Yeah, and that's where I have issues remembering which order or power or whatever is activated at what time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like eventually, once you get the red one, there is no more invisible like alternation thing. Like before, is like blue was on and off, and you can do whatever.
Yeah.
That gets replaced with red, so all of a sudden red gets in the way more than is invisible, and that was because I was stuck on the world 1 for a long period of time because I never did first level for some reason for a long period of time. But you see how skipping past.
It's just taking a lot of your brain power away to focus on 2 things, like the cycles of your fire and ice power, and so close. She touched it, but
this slight small jump there.
But yeah, that's definitely a very interesting, both casual and speedrun game. So definitely give it a go. I mean, it's not an expensive game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Give it a shot. I mean, it's definitely worth your time to just be, dashing around, and you feel so clever and good when you beat a stage that has been stumping you for a few minutes. So I don't know. I really like these type of games.
It's also very quick to start a game. Like that's the like. So I know some platformers are that one spiky guy for Autumn every single time. Gotta go left. Like once your mind gets set in something, like obviously that's a problem. But like some platformers have, it's basically a big issue. Is like all of a sudden it's like 5 seconds for a load screen, or it's hard to get back into the game. And this game doesn't have that. You die, you get sent right back to the beginning. Things reset.
It would be terrible if the loading time, like if there was an animation every time or something. I mean, there's a spark energy coming back to you, but you can move while that's happening.
Yeah. But like there's no real like level loads, and you're kind of good. And I appreciate that, because if you let death happen, especially in World 3 or World 4 for me, like if I had like a 5-second wait period, like Dark Souls, and Infamous, not Dark Souls, what's the PlayStation one? Bloodborne, in the loading screen. Hi, Poulet.
My wrist hurts. Yeah, it's gotta. I mean,
Oh yeah.
but he's rocking along, and yep, dead again. I assume that's where he types.
Yeah.
Poor Pule. I get it. I get it. So, yeah, it's
There's a typing.
typing. Probably take a second for a wrist to just
stream delay.
Yeah, just take a second for his wrist probably to recover some
Yeah.
some power to get through this again and again. I don't know that we're gonna see stage 2 completed. I mean, this still.
I think they have good. They're probably not stage 3, but I'm pretty sure stage or world 2, world 3. Kind of thing.
Yeah. That's
that little spiky guy on Autumn's side.
She really loves that spiky guy on the right side. She always goes for a hug every time, just showing love to the spiky boy.
Well, the funny thing about that is like the way she's like jumping up here. It's like she jumps off a wall, jumps off a wall, jumps off a wall, and then again every single time because she's following this path that's just beneath her instead of expecting the new path.
Yes.
So the momentum carrying over, and the dev obviously thought it'd be funny. He's like, well, put spiky guy there. Because she's able to like do all this part.
Oh yeah,
really perfectly.
She does the complicated part very easily, but that just goes to show like she's
again.
Yeah. She's definitely developing some kind of like muscle memory, and she cannot get out of it, and that's some kind of a danger. She's just reproducing what worked for her so far.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Is once you get something in your head.
Yeah.
And this, she knows this part off by heart now. This is great.
Yeah, left.
And now there we go. She put that conscious effort. Yeah, no, she's gonna have to jump on the blue one, I think, to get that speed.
Yeah,
but she has to stop herself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but she, like you said, she took a little bit of a second to, think about it, and that's fine. I mean, that's better than restarting the whole thing. But yeah, you can see that this stage is starting to get into their head a little bit, and that's interesting to see how they're gonna get to come on top of that. Because now you're gonna have some physical, not pain, but I mean soreness.
It adds up.
Exactly.
Oh, she didn't hit the spiky guy that time.
Stop though. She stopped. That's good. Adaptation.
Yeah, she's gonna. That's the thing is eventually you'll correct yourself from bad movements.
Yes, exactly. It just takes conscious effort, whereas that becomes automatic.
But at the same time, if we've seen Pule each and every time, he doesn't go left on that one. No! Oh, nope. That's the last corridor.
That was so good. Again, yeah.
I was like, oh, you might actually do that. It's like, all you have to do is get through this small little corridor, and then you miss the corridor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well.
And that's such a high-octane final section, and like the pressure that that if you failed that, you're gonna have to redo the whole thing again. It's just so hard to corral. Yeah, it's just gonna be a rough loss every time. But I know they're strong-willed. They're gonna get through this. This is the danger of obviously blind runs is you're gonna get into a very hard section, and but they're gonna get through this. I know it.
Oh yeah, and every world does have 19 stages and one boss. So there's only 80. So there we go.
No! Pull us off that clearing the second stage. Let's go.
With an F rank. Let's go.
No, who cares about ranks in this?
I know. But if you wanted to go back, you could redo the boss, and then it would be spiky guy. He could get a better rank from F.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. You can grind those stages individually. You don't need to play them as a... we didn't see the world map, but yeah, there's a world map where you can choose each stage and you can play them as individual level as well. So that's pretty nice. Like, you see the world map on the left side, but he's going to just jump into it really quick.
Spiky guy. So this is World 3. This is Space Impacts.
Mm-hmm.
You will see a big tone difference here.
Oh, yeah.
This level particularly is obviously not hard because it's just, hey, welcome to the world. This is kind of
exactly. Here's a break after a boss.
And here's the third power-up.
Oh yeah,
But
lightning
now you
power.
have 3 different things.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And now you
Yep.
have to make sure you go left and right, not just one or the other.
Exactly. So
You can't go the other way. Don't worry.
you just don't. Yeah, exactly. Okay, he's got.
Oh no, he's doing the entire cycle. Oh, Poulet.
Poor Poulet. But I mean, better slow than sorry. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. But oh my god, yeah. So now he's gonna get to feel how complex this game can become.
Yeah. So this is the more complicated world. The final one is more punishing.
Yes.
And this is you don't want to go. Okay. And also, just Autumn briefly, managed to get past that little spiky boy and that little blue platform. She lost her speed on her jump and just failed to get that last little red thing. Otherwise, she would have been at a really good pace to keep going.
Yeah. And you can see that Poulet, once he reached the 3rd level, he started to try and go as fast as he can because he's been playing like for 15 minutes trying to run away from something. But
There we go.
actually nothing that prevents you. Oh, is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do
No.
it? Yes, no. Oh, so close though.
She was staying just above, but you have to be a little bit quicker than that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But she's done it once, like going up there. She can do it again, and then she can eventually do it. So the top spike as well. That gets a lot of people.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Once she sees she doesn't get it, she just like die as fast as she can so she can get back into the thing. Keep the eat of the moment going. That's good as well. Sometimes you just need the energy. But that's definitely a harsh second boss. Yeah. It's
Poulet,
the other ones as well.
yeah, Poulet getting through that quite nicely. And this is the level I was talking about before. You're now doing only LB if you go on the left, and only right or RB if you go on the right.
Yes, that's such a cool design.
Yeah, so they are teaching you how the levels work, and as far as I can tell, the rest of the level it does, or rest of the levels, it does that kind of method of going only left, only right. Also, this part sucks.
Oh yeah.
Because where the actual little guy is in the center, there actually is no break.
Yeah, exactly. The
You
final.
have to actually jump perfectly on it, and I died so many times there.
Oof. But he's. Oh, I was gonna say he's done it, but damn.
He's nope. Don't go left anymore. Now you go right. Now he's going left.
There we go. Stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Right. And
Nope, you can't. That little hook above him drives me insane when I was playing this.
Yeah, the hook on the top is such a pain. It's well placed to be a pain.
Yeah.
Oh, Autumn.
Oh,
Autumn.
wait, reset the timer by accident.
Freaking Autumn, let's go!
Yeah!
Second boss.
Roll
Oh
3 of
my
both.
god.
So this is again
Impressed.
teaching it RB. You'll
Yeah.
see us here.
Mm-hmm.
So RB, and then it goes to the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you get past the left-hand side, you have to activate the ice.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Yeah, so you have to go a little higher there. Nope.
Yeah.
But then you do the left trigger, then you do the right trigger, and it teaches you that rotation. And this is where the game absolutely enthralled me, because I'm like, cool, I'm dying a lot,
Yes.
but I'm learning.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is
it's
more
really-
of a cerebral type of level. Like you gotta just see what's happening, and you see like Poulet is just not moving anymore and just rotating the things and try to devise a plan in his head. And again, I was talking about the hamsters. That's what I'm talking about. This is gonna be complex, but they're gonna be thinking it on. Oh, and yep, she gets introduced to the new power.
Autumn is also rotating it 3 times instead of once.
Yep, she double
It
clicks.
happens. Like that's just how the natural. Yeah, there you go. And then you just jump. And you're good.
Absolutely. Oh, I love switching from a very high octane to a very cerebral type of level. You can see, like the runners are like, wait, what now?
Yeah, I know. Too late, hit the wrong side there. You want to jump behind the yellow just before the laser hits, and he's gonna sit there and again he's gonna figure it out. You do that, and then now you want to go left. Nope.
Yep. And that's that thing that when you practiced it enough, you can absolutely clear so quickly. But man, the first time you just gotta rack your brain around the problem. That's more of a puzzle, and I really like that in a platformer. It paces the game very well. Is what I'm trying to get at.
It uses just enough features to keep you thinking.
Exactly.
And you just the Autumn is tearing through this level.
Yeah, that's more her style. Like the more cerebral thing seems to definitely be up her alley, and she understands like how the platforming works really darn well. Oh, with the cheese!
I never did that one. That was impressive, Poulet.
With fromage, let's go, Poulet. Absolutely.
Poulet de fromage.
All right, I'm impressed.
Yeah, and
okay. Yep, that's new.
Yeah, so you have to use these guys. They'll launch you. The farther you're away, the higher the throw.
Yes.
So
yeah, you need to go back. Oh no! Yep.
No, I did that one as well. You can, but it's going to change very drastically where they want you to do. Exactly.
And the bubble shows you like the maximum distance at which you can throw. So that's really clever, because if that was to be like learned, I think it would absolutely feel like a little bit cheap. But that's perfectly well made. Like the idea of it is really good. And let's go.
So going by Autumn's timer, because Poulet canceled his, we have roughly 10 minutes.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm impressed. We were seeing the third level. They're doing pretty good in it as well. Oh yeah, that one is gonna hurt.
Again, this is another one where you have to keep turning things around or whatever in your head. Although this one's actually a mixture of left and right. This is the one. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. I like how we was going to tackle this. Instead of going onto the fire, just not care about that. And then tongue thingy, not enough energy. Yep. You need to construct additional pylons.
Well, the Autumn's too fast. She's actually running through the barriers too quickly and actually falling. Oh, nope.
Speaking of too fast.
Yeah, there's actually oh man, it's actually weird to think I even did this like a couple hours ago. Looking forward, we're back at it.
Absolutely.
I'll get ready to message Poulet as well for time when it actually is happening, because he doesn't have a timer up anymore.
Yeah, and I'm gonna prep the interview as well, so we can absolutely hear what they have to say.
Well, remember, I'm not to blame. It's only you.
Yeah, it's always me. That's why.
And that. Good job, Autumn. There we go. Yeah, she was too quick getting through that one corridor every single time.
Yes.
And that's the funny thing is, nope. Now she's trying to go right instead of left. Now she'll go right. Yeah, there you go.
There we
so
go.
This is again how people think is like what you're used to, and
yeah. Right. Autumn though. At her first try, at her first try getting into that one, that was actually pretty impressive.
She's too quick.
She's trying to go a little bit too fast. She sees the timer go on, so I assume at this point you just, try to wing it. But, yeah. Gotta slow down just a little bit. Once she realizes it's only arm presses, she's gonna do that much quicker.
Yeah, so they still... There we go. Those bubble fish are honestly the bane of my existence. I could never do them properly when I was attempting it. I always do it like 3 or 4 times in a row. I'm like, all right, whatever.
It's not just a question of like, did you do it? It's a question of like, what distance were you from it when you touched it? So.
Oh, the wing god Poulet there. Yeah. There's a face in the top right-hand corner.
At the same time, it gets them. So yeah, obviously the wind box is a problem there. It's so simple, but at the same time, you come in with so much things to think about that you're gonna be had by something as simple as that. Just need to keep moving, but no time to be thinking. And he freaking does it. Let's go,
Red hook! Oh, poor Autumn. Oh, laser.
Lasers, yeah.
Yeah, no, not down.
Well, that works.
I know that, but then I have to get back up.
Yeah. Oh, that is not good.
It's easy to die. Like, there's no point keeping the purple guy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely die there. Just wait it out. That was good.
So.
And Disco Ball. Welcome to Disco Ball. Okay.
Yeah.
But then you can't touch the ground anymore.
Plus, there's a spiky on the right-hand side, too.
Yeah.
Ah, Autumn! So close.
Yeah, exactly. So close, though.
It's that little hook on the top that prevents you from doing a proper jump on the...
Yeah, exactly. You cannot just continue your momentum. You kind of have to, you know, take a break and do a very horizontal jump. Try to not gain any height.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not an easy thing to do.
Ah, pull it.
Yep. Couldn't reach a disco ball this time. He did it so well the second time he tried it, though. Oh yeah, just run for it. It's good. There you go. And the problem is you gotta think about that ice one that's coming up, because you're not gonna be stuck in that corner for a long time.
Well, he could already... There you go.
It works.
Ah!
Oh.
I knew that was gonna happen, too.
Yeah, you see it coming, and then you're like, yeah, it's still gonna happen. Oh, poor Autumn.
I know, that's... I don't like the little cage that guy's in. Whatever they're called. But,
Let's go, Autumn. And, oh, so close.
Do you always pick stressful games for this?
Sorry, what?
You always pick stressful games for before you run?
No. No, last week was a roguelike. It was really fun. Like,
For who?
Well, for me it was.
See, no, this is the level I was talking about before, the little bubble thing.
Oh, Autumn does it! Let's go!
Because, yeah, it's easier to do the one at the bottom than all the spikes at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Autumn's gonna have to look at the ice.
Yeah, that's the stage where you gotta stop and think, so...
Yeah.
So you gotta get as much height as you can on the first one so you can get less items.
Yeah, there we go. Then ice. And there we go. That's simple.
Wow.
Second try, like...
But like I said, Autumn, with understanding what's happening, she's definitely, like, very impressively good at that. So I knew that stage was not going to be a problem for her.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing is, like, what one person's weakness is another person's strength. Helene's already doing much better than Bubbles than I am. And that says something right now, too. Also spikes.
Also spikes.
Yeah, I know the trajectory of that one fish very well. Autumn's gonna try and cheese the jump, most likely.
Yep. Oh, yeah!
Yes!
Oh! That was clutch, but that worked.
Only a couple levels behind now after all that.
Catching up pretty darn well, all things considered. Now, there's still a few stages.
Yeah, I think...
jump into another
stage. No, you have to complete them all.
I don't
He's skipping it.
Jesus, cheese.
Well, either way, we'll go to where he finished playing more than what he wants to play.
It's gonna be extra stages, like number of stages, but I think like she's got 3 minutes to catch up. I'm not sure that's even. Well, maybe it is possible, but it's gonna be harsh anyway. So I think the match is gonna be full ass. But yeah, that cheese won't help you, sir. I'm sorry. But obviously, this is so much like a friendly match anyway. The race setting is definitely for like added, like I want to say pressure, but it's definitely more for a fun thing, right? So like it's not really about who wins, but yeah, it's also a little bit about who wins.
Yeah. You also can't verse the boss until you complete every single level.
True.
And the speedrun, for those who don't know, starts when you initiate the story thing. You're selecting a character. So from the world 1, you mash A, start your timer. And then it ends on the full frame of white once you beat the end boss, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's like there's rules and stuff like that, but obviously this is a different format than the actual speedrun. So
For sure. All right, will they beat the stage they are on is the question now, because only a minute and a half to go is not a lot of time to master a level. They have a little bit of experience on each their own, but that's going to be a little bit more complex, obviously, moving forward, so...
I think you've done more to assault these people's wrists than I have playing custom Robo and people.
I'm so not even sorry. I just hope like they're not hurt, obviously, but I mean...
At the same time,
as long as they're fine. As long as they're fine, you know what? I mean, you know what you're signing up for. I mean, before you
they don't. That's the thing.
I know, but I mean, before you run is not a joke. It's a very, it's not serious either. But I mean, it is rough.
Yeah. Also, Poulet is having a hard time figuring out the timing between the third platform there.
Yes.
I get ready to tell Poulet time soon because.
Oh, and Poulet skips that one as well. Just
I don't like that one.
Hope out of it. He tries another one.
They only get harder, so if you keep skipping, I'm expecting an easier one.
Exactly. You're learning stuff for the next stages that you don't get to learn this time, so not gonna help.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's like a 15-second time delay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. So it's probably already done on their end.
Yeah. Well, Poulet can't tell. He has no timer.
Hey, Autumn cleared the stage, though.
There we go.
3 seconds before the end. And she stopped the timer. I think we can call that a race. G frickin' G, guys. Oh, wow.
Behind after all that, from where Poulet started skipping levels.
I'm gonna quickly send them a link to join in.
Oh, lordy.
And I can't wait to talk to them.
I'm sure they have words for you. Again, I had nothing to do with this for you two, so I'm so sorry.
Wow.
First of all, GG, both of you. That was really impressive. You were like a stage difference. That's
nice.
Yeah.
By the grand total of things, Autumn, you're only 2 levels behind where Poulet started skipping worlds. He just gave up on levels and left.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate those flying fishes.
Oh, absolutely.
So I have 3 questions. Autumn, is your microphone working? Is a free one?
Yes, we're good.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So the first question I have is, do you guys like towers?
No, I don't like towers. I think this is now. I now have like. I'm gonna look at a skyscraper and I'm gonna get seething rage. I'm feeling like.
Yeah, both of you. Autumn, you caught up to Poulet on the tower.
Yeah.
Poulet was already on that level by the time you got there for 10 minutes. Like, it was a good chunk of time. Poulet was there first, and then afterwards, like 5 minutes after Poulet beat it, you beat it.
Yeah.
So
You mean the giant caterpillar thing? The second boss?
Yeah, the second boss, the tower.
Yeah, what a horrible creature.
Okay, the funny thing is when I was playing this casually to learn about the game and stuff like that, I beat that in the second go. I never actually saw what the boss did. So thank you for educating me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're very
At the same
welcome.
time, like, you guys breezed through, especially Autumn, some of the levels you did, it took me like 20, 30 tries. And you did it on your first or second, so...
Yeah, one of the last level you did, Autumn, which was the one where you, there was lasers shooting upwards and there was like semicircle around them, and then you could change that. And so you actually needed to just wait and think. And I was just watching it and was like, okay, wow, okay, you got to just cycle them, and it's kind of complicated. And Pule took a little bit of a time to get accustomed to that one as well, even though he skipped actually part of the level. But OkunoKA was crazy impressive. It just went on in that stage, looked at it.
Try?
Yeah, exactly. You click R1 like a few times, and then you were like, okay, I get it. Go. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, how did you do that?
Yeah, I feel like I can grasp the basic concepts, but not the gameplay part is the hard part.
Yes,
Oh, it really is.
the thing is, like, the second question I have, which is not as trolly as the tower one. I wanted to do that. Wall jumping, good, bad?
I feel like I don't know. I was having a lot of trouble. I feel like there was a lot of times where it wanted you to do like a short hop, right? But the short hop felt like it was too like sensitive, I guess. Like there was too little time for you. Like you had to press it like just small enough, you know? Like it felt like a little bit too little. Like it needed more like space to get a short hop.
Yeah, because there's that one level that you were stuck on for some time, Autumn, and that was the one with the lasers. You're trying to climb up and the thing is, if you go back and watch my commentary, I keep pointing out, you had everything perfect.
Yes.
And all you had to do was basically do small hops on the wall in the center.
Yeah, and I was trying, but I just I couldn't get.
It's too sensitive. Yeah, that's what I agree with as well. When I was playing casually, it was hard to keep those short hops going without doing all of a sudden a large arc out of nowhere.
Yeah, every movement in the game is very nervous. Like even when you start dashing from 0 to 100 miles an hour and just tap. So
that got me so many times.
Yeah.
I had no problem with the wall jumps, but what really bothered me was the lack of inertia on whatever our character is called. The blue dude, coming from Super Meat Boy, you expect inertia when you fall down, and I think I died about 1,000 times trying to adjust my trajectory while falling, but if you stop pressing one direction, then you stop going in that direction, you just fall net like a rock.
This is actually something we actually can do. Pule, if you go back to the main menu and go to statistics, you can see how many times you died.
Hang on. You're right.
Great. Let's see who wins.
All right.
Let's see who loses the less.
Yeah.
403.
Autumn, congratulations for going into the Warpy world and stealing a bunch of purple things. It was useless, but you did it, so congrats.
Yeah. I so thought these whirlpool or whatever, like wormholes, were enemies, so I was trying to avoid them to death, even though they're actually extra stages.
First time I did that, I jumped one.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't even mean to. I was like, I feel like I should avoid this. Because I was, okay, what I thought was it was, is this Super Meat Boy where you go into like the wormhole extra levels and that's how you unlock characters? Isn't that Super Meat Boy? Yeah, that's what I thought that it was. I was like, okay, this is an extra level. I'm not going into this. And then the trajectory thing got me, right? Because I was trying to I was just gonna let it go because I thought, he wasn't gonna stop just mid-air and then fall. And so I just fell right into it.
So the total death, Autumn, you died 414 times. Pule died 403.
Dang.
11 death difference.
Clearly.
So that's quite even. You guys were only 2 levels apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So and again, Pule starts skipping worlds, going to the title map and whatever. So whatever. But
yeah, I actually wanted to check if it was like Super Meat Boy, where you beat a certain number of levels in a world and you can access the boss immediately.
You need to clear everything, yeah.
But
Autumn
won by unlockables with 3% versus Pule's 0.
Yes, let's go.
I mean, I tried to focus on not dying, which obviously did not work.
How were you both? Was any of you stressed that skipping those purple thingies that you could catch up would be some kind of a key later on that you would be locked away from and having to go back, or was that it's absolutely just collectibles?
It was really out of the way, so I figured it was just 100% collectibles.
Mm-hmm,
so for me, I when I started, because I could see the counter in the top right, I was like, dang, are these green stars from Mario? Is the final state boss gonna be locked behind this? So I was like, you know what I'll do? I will risk the time loss because it might be like a gain in the future if it's not the case, and just skip them.
Yeah. I went the same thing off when I played, and luckily we were both actually right to skip them. But at first it was like, okay, that's gonna be a key like jiggies or whatever, and I won't be able. I will have to come back and get them. But at the end of the day, we were fine, so it's cool.
Yeah. To answer your question before, Poulet, I told you would die a lot, so you're welcome for predicting that.
Yeah. You were pretty damn accurate.
Like, do you think I'll die a lot? It's like, how long did you get? An hour and 30. I'm like, I think 75% through the game or so. It's like based off what I did. It's like, oh, so it's easy then. I'm like, oh no, you'll die. You'll die a lot.
Well,
this was really nice to see you go. Sorry, Pulek, go on.
No, yeah, just a global comment about the game overall. I think it's quite cute, but sometimes it was really a bit overly, like, a lot of graphics everywhere, and a bit cluttered maybe.
Yes.
I was about to mention this too. I thought there was such a lack of visual clarity that it made it really hard to figure out where to go in a lot of stages.
Yeah, agreed. And then you just die on a spike that you didn't see or vine or whatever.
Speaking of, on the tower level, which everyone loves, there's that first spike that you have to jump in the hallway when the worm's coming up.
Yes, I hate that. That's not good. Like,
no.
Yes.
The thing is, I get it why it's there, but Autumn, the spiky guy on the next screen to the right.
Okay, listen. So what happened was I was panicking. Okay, so at this point I'm like really frustrated, right? And so I'm just like, I just want it to be over. and so I'm just going, and my like muscles are like taking over, right? Like I'm autopiloting, and so I just kept like going to the top, and I'd forget to stop and think like, no, go to the left, and so I just fly out the top of the screen.
And that's exactly what I was commenting upon. I was just saying, like, obviously she's just started to develop muscle memory of the wrong thing, and now she's stuck in a loop, and that happens to all the runners. You're gonna start making the same mistake over and over in it. And I liked how at some point you just got to the top, took a second to stop, and then jump left, and at that point you started to get outside of the loop, and that was good. But yeah, I saw you think like, okay, that needs to stop happening. The first section I'm good with. That stupid block, that stupid spiky good boy, I just need to go left, I'll be fine.
Yeah, and actually I sent it to Sandknight here. Let me check my messages. Yeah, my deaths look similar for what would have been.
Well, to comment, to me it was more muscle pain than muscle memory, but sure.
Well,
the thing is, it's based on obviously like how accustomed to like I speedrun Celeste probably once or twice a week, just casually. So I'm very used to it, but even after doing a run or even playing this casually, my wrists hurt because you're constantly going left and right, and like,
totally.
It's better D-pad more than joystick, I think.
Can we talk? I have one final question for you guys. That's more of just like how you feel about that than the question itself. But so there's two things happening in the game, right? You have platforming, which is not easy at all. Obviously, some precise jumps and stuff like that. The controls are very nervous. That's cool. But there's also the mechanics where you changes blocks on and off with R and L, and there's like one at first, and then two, and then three different elements. In which case, you cannot just switch on and off. You need to have a cycle left or right. So what was your experience thinking about like having to control two very different things? One is more like a puzzle while doing platforming, like how your brain was working around with these two cogs going at the same time.
I think that's a fun gimmick. It's a fun gimmick, but I'm not sure if I enjoy having to deal with it every level. I would rather have some level with it and not just increase complexity, maybe more gimmicks, not just complexity where you add types of level, I guess maybe after you have green ones or whatever. But yes, really? Okay. But I would have loved maybe some more classic platforming, which gets increasingly harder, a bit like grinders in Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, for sure.
And for you?
So I feel like I had this, like in my thought I had this whole time playing, I feel like there's like this like problem with the way the levels are designed, because it feels like sometimes because like the mechanic feels like the central point of the game, right? Like the swapping part. But there were so many levels where it just didn't exist. Like I didn't press the buttons right, and I just felt like that was kind of weird, and it felt like it made the levels feel out of place compared to all the other ones where it did exist. Personally, like I think they should have committed to the swapping gimmick if they're gonna have it.
Oh, interesting. Very, very different opinion on that, but yeah, obviously, Autumn, that seemed more your jam, like you catched on these.
Oh yeah, Poulet, when you first got the yellow power up, you clicked on it and you switch to yellow, switch back, and you jump through the little puzzle thing. Poulet went the alternate route of mashing the button so it went in a full circle every single time instead of going backwards.
That works.
It's like Poulet? It's like, why?
No, that worked.
It was
But yeah, so I'll take a second to say thank you very much to both Autumn and Poulet, both for trying these games blind. I can't say it enough. I'm so impressed by you guys, and thank you for just joining into the show today.
Of course.
It's definitely not easy to do.
And it isn't. Thank you very much, Shawnee, for doing commentary with me today. That was a lot of fun as well to have you on the show.
Oh yes, absolutely. We'll speak later today as well.
Oh, for sure. And giant thank you to the Speed Gaming crew for making these things happen. It's such a blast to work with you each and every time. I can't wait to show the next game. But yeah, thank you very much, the whole Speed Gaming crew. And obviously, you guys in chat, thank you very much for being awesome. These shows are fun to do because you guys are in here interacting with us and just watching the show. And I really appreciate you guys being here. So yeah, thank you very much again and again. And see you on the next show. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.